Non-prediction. By grasping the mechanisms of antifragility, we can build a systematic and broad guide to non-predictive decision-making under uncertainty in business, politics, medicine, and life in general, anywhere the unknown preponderates, any situation in which there is randomness, unpredictability, opacity, or incomplete understanding of things. It is far easier to figure out if something is fragile than to predict the occurrence of an event that may harm it. Fragility can be measured. Risk is not measurable, outside of casinos or the minds of people who call themselves risk experts. This provides a solution to what I've called the Black Swan problem, the impossibility of calculating the risks of consequential rare events and predicting their occurrence. Sensitivity to harm from volatility is tractable, more so than forecasting the event that would cause the harm. So we propose to stand our current approaches to prediction, prognostication, and risk management on their heads. In every domain or area of application, we propose rules for moving from the fragile toward the antifragile, through reduction of fragility or harnessing antifragility. And we can almost always detect antifragility and fragility using a simple test of asymmetry. Anything that has more upside than downside from random events or certain shocks is antifragile. The reverse is fragile. Deprivation of antifragility. Crucially, if antifragility is the property of all those natural and complex systems that have survived, depriving these systems of volatility, randomness, and stressors will harm them. They will weaken, die, or blow up. We have been fragilizing the economy, our health, political life, education, almost everything, by suppressing randomness and volatility. Just as spending a month in bed, preferably with an unabridged version of War and Peace and access to The Sopranos' entire 86 episodes, leads to muscle atrophy. Complex systems are weakened, even killed when deprived of stressors. Much of our modern structured world has been harming us with top-down policies and contraptions, dubbed Soviet Harvard delusions in the book, which do precisely this, an insult to the antifragility of systems. This is the tragedy of modernity. As with neurotically overprotective parents, those trying to help are often hurting us the most. If about everything top-down fragilizes and blocks antifragility and growth, everything bottom-up thrives under the right amount of stress and disorder. The process of discovery, or innovation, or technological progress itself depends on antifragile tinkering, aggressive risk-bearing rather than formal education.